Namaste. So this is day 2 and welcome back to my little mini podcasts about the course I'm studying with Uma Dilsmotali, and this is Gravito, and this is the beautiful red altar. You can see this amazing sculpture, and today I'd like to talk about the topic we've been covering, which is fertility. So first of all, I think it's really important to think about fertility in a wider sense. So womb yoga, focusing on enhancing creativity, has a lot to do with reconnection to the self, and taking up on the theme we were talking about yesterday, this ability to come back home, to come back to who we truly are, is when we look at the practices and the practices that help support that process of coming back to our deepest sense of ourself. The practices are firstly nourishing. So what is nourishing to the soul is that which enhances our fertility. So one of the things we've been doing here is bhakti yoga, and bhakti yoga is the yoga of the heart, so the yoga of devotion. So when we sing, when we express ourselves with love, with joy, we access that part of ourselves which connects the heart to the womb, and this connection is fertility, creativity. If you think about all of the artists that are looking for muses, are looking for the inspiration for their visual artworks, or they're looking for that creative buzz, there is a womb element, there is a sexual element. So creativity and fertility are kind of one and the same thing. So what kind of practices would we do if we were looking to be fertile? So Uma has explained to us today that really what we're looking for is this sense of rhythm. So looking almost, the concept in Hatha Yoga is pretty much this concept of vinyasa. So this concept of flowing, movement, in touch with the breath and in touch with the earth elements. So through the ground you find your water. So through the ground, through the earth, you find your water, you find your flow, and you tap into the source. So we were talking yesterday about the menstrual cycle, but when we talk about fertility, some of the practices are very similar. But we've been focusing today a lot more on the flows. So for example, and would be a really good idea to pad your knees out at this stage, but I haven't set like a good Ashtanga teacher. I have totally ignored the props. So finding the flow, so finding your breath, and it's just really liberating now to really feel the sense of not having to fit into a particular alignment, particular form of moving pattern, and just finding the flow of your own breath. So this is one of the practices we've been looking at today. Very, very simple, and one of the key messages I've had today from Uma is simple is good and simple is powerful. And we were talking about the mudras, so taking Akasha mudra, I might have said that wrong, but just finding the flow of energy, so new moon energy. How can we tap into the astrological situation that we find ourselves in? So finding the flow. Chandra Namaskar that I've been learning in the Hatha tradition, a little bit different, a little bit more linear perhaps, and you would do the other side. So it's very simple, it doesn't have to be complicated, and if you're a yoga teacher watching this, maybe your offerings don't have to be extremely complicated. The sequence of poses can be very restorative, very nurturing, and most important thing really I've received from the teachings Uma is sharing is use your intuition. And there are frameworks, there are guidelines in her concept of womb yoga, but ultimately femaleness is about change and continual process of flow, whether that be your menstrual cycle, whether that be the process of pregnancy, the process of birth and motherhood. It's all changed. So this idea of being rooted in the concepts which support the movement, is the grounding element, the flow element, very useful. But ultimately, she's also giving us permission to interpret her practices and offer her practices as we see the need. So thank you, Uma, for that little bit of freedom in this practice. And yeah, for me, coming from a space of really feeling like it's taken almost 2 decades to have a little bit of sensation in my physical body, maybe all of those practices where you feel energy remain kind of pretty wacky and elusive for me. For so many years, I kind of wondered, everyone else is feeling something, but I'm not really getting it. But now I think being in this, none of the women are here at the moment, but being in the circle that we're in, and really just this permission to flow, permission, especially coming from a point of view of maybe not feeling 100% comfortable with your ability to look beautiful in movement or have the grace and facility to move with perfection, which has always been something I've been struggling with. But this practice is very, very freeing, and it's very empowering, and a lot of the messages we've been getting are empowering, and it's been a really nice day. So hopefully at some point in the future I'll be offering yoga for fertility, offering practices which nourish and support women in the process of maybe looking at how to enhance the creative element of the life, or maybe even looking to how to receive in this yoni, this womb, and how to open our life to finding maybe someone else inside of us, and how to open up to becoming a mother, which for many of us, reaching our late 30s starts to become a bit of a panic question after we've spent our entire lives chasing other dreams. But these things are possible. I had my first baby when I was 38, my second when I was 40, and who knows? I better turn this off in case my husband's watching, because he won't be happy with that last comment. But all right. So namaste. Looking forward to day 3, and yeah, just going to enjoy my afternoon in this incredibly beautiful place. So take care. Wishing you abundance in your lives and everything you hope to manifest. Bring it back to the source. Take care. Oh, hang on. There was a very beautiful way. There was a very beautiful way we've been ending our classes. So I think I should just add that in the end of my little spiel here. With great respect and love, I honour my heart, my inner teacher. Namaste.